Welcome back to Pointing Patel. Hope you keeping well. Guess who is the new PM of the UK? It's Rishi the Fishy Sunak. I'm speechless. I really am. Wow. This is just the last thing I would think should have been done about the UK. It really has just been a total nightmare. Rishi Sunak, really, man, why? I don't know. Why do these blues just keep on going at it? I just don't know. It seems like the first initial of the initial part of their name just gives out what they are. They're cons. They're not conservatives. They're cons. They literally are cons because that's what they deal with us as that, because they just do know what they're doing. We don't. We just don't even want that. We just want general election, but they don't want to talk about it. And 166, 156 human rights and all that sort of laws are talked about to be omitted completely from the laws of the UK lately, from Jack Rees-Mogg. And isn't that ironic that he is also part of the same government that's actually leading us to this downfall, to this demise of our lives? It's just literally, we are at the edge of hurting ourselves. We really are, because we just do not know which direction this country is going. I for once assure you that we are not in the right direction. The history of the guy, who is now the PM of the UK, or to be the PM of the UK very soon, very shortly, let's say, is ironic. It just gives away everything he stands for, everything he doesn't understand, everything he does wrong. He's the biggest culprit, he's the biggest corrupt guy that you can think of. He has offered his wife billions of pounds before in furlough schemes, I don't know. I mean, I just can't name the amount of stuff that he has done wrong. It's just literally everything that he has done is actually serving his own self or his own family. And that is where the ironic part comes through, because once you actually look at the streets like these, and you tend to look at that, and you like looking at that constantly, you're talking about the parks like that consistently throughout the country, you tend to realize, right, have we already hit the rock bottom? And then comes through this guy to make it worse. The worst decision maker, because of which the recession has come last time around. The worst decision maker. He has actually ruined the lives in hundreds of thousands. And the worst decision maker, I mean, this is the most bizarre thing I can ever come across. I thought I could ever come across. He's actually come back to just make it even more worse than what it's already been. It's like literally you are banging your head in a brick wall, expecting the brick wall to not affect you, and that is where UK is. Oh, Liz Truss or lettuce won't last long was the previous one. Or how about calling him a cabbage? Rishi Sunak or a cabbage, what would last long? I'm not having a problem with any of that. What I'm having a problem with, are we going to keep on calling them out? Are we going to keep on calling them out as vegetables, or are we really planning to do something about it? Because this is just not going anywhere, really. I mean, realistically, it's not. It's just we are putting ourselves down by doing whatever we can without even considering the generations coming in the future. And that is where we need to really, really start pondering about, because at the end of the day, this is not about us. This is just not about us. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at this. This is the first world country, a developed so-called nation that we live in. Really, is that what it looks like, living in a developed nation? Is it? Is that what it looks like, being able to survive in a developed nation, being able to thrive in a developed nation in the first world country? Is it? And now this guy has come. Now you think about the fact that these guys are coming through with a total ironic ideas of removing human rights from UK, and then on the other hand they want to talk about human rights issues in Iran. Right, okay, so you leave Iran out for a second, just think about what you're doing here in the UK in the first place. Like, we are not going to talk about Iran unless until we decide on what's happening in the UK in the first place, because you lot have totally reduced our human rights to none almost, and now you're actually planning to, for example, Jacob Rees-Mogg is planning to mock us by saying, oh, holiday pay is not needed anymore. What do you mean by that? So when you actually go on extended holidays and all that sort of things, don't you lot get paid for it? And who the hell pays you for it? Isn't it the taxpayers' money that you get? So why the hell should we not get it? And how the hell would you get it? Or why the hell would you get it? How bizarre, how unrealistic, how pathetic can you be to take our rights away from us whilst giving yourself all the rights in the world, all the rights in the freaking universe, just because you are human and we are nobodies? We keep on paying taxes for your survival. Is that why we are here? 20%. You have sold 3 energy companies out of the 4, 3 out of the 4, to the European countries before this Russian and Ukraine war conflict has taken place. And because of you selling those 3 countries to other countries, those 3 companies to other countries, there is this massive load of energy and gas price hikes, and you are not going to talk about it. You're not going to talk about it. You won't. You know why you won't? You know why you won't? Because you want people to suffer. Because that is what you want. That is what you want happening. That is what you want to continue on. That is what you want to lead on. That is how you want to continue your travesties. Like I said before, there is no chance. There is no chance. I repeat myself, there is no chance anything will change unless or until we oust each and every one of these members of parliament, no matter who that is. I do not care who you are. I do not care about your background. I do not care about which party you belong to. It doesn't make a difference. Each and every one of you out. Unless that happens. Unless they get the same national minimum wage, just like every other person standing down that road after the rain, heavy work with the floor is slippery, and he's standing right there on that street right now, working for himself, maintaining the highway. Unless or until you're ready to do that, unless or until you're going to make an example out of yourselves, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve, like that man there, unless or until you work like that man, you don't deserve to be counted as part of this government, because you really don't deserve anything except one thing. And that one thing is simple, very, very plain words. That one thing is you do not deserve to be anywhere in the House of Commons. You just don't deserve it. You literally don't. It's as simple as that. That's all from Pointing. But if you haven't subscribed now, please by all means do so. I look forward to seeing you then.